Hey, what's up, guys? Real Mr. Playboy here. Thanks for watching my channel. Starbucks product placement. Hold on here. Let me straighten this out a little bit. All right, so I want to take a few minutes just to talk to you about my journey, my collection journey. Currently, so I've been super inspired. I'm all over the place. Sorry about that, guys. So, okay. So I am inspired by the Playboy brand and the lifestyle, and I live the lifestyle. I live in the lap of luxury. Who doesn't, right? So, have passed away like 3 or 4 years ago. Still sad about that. I did visit his grave, paid homage to the master. I do have a video that I will post very quickly of that happening, so you'll get a chance to see that. But I want to take some time to hang out with you. Oh, let's see what's in there. Wow, that's really cool. I got distracted. I was looking at the inside of my glasses. So I just wanted to take some time to give you an update on my journey. So right now I have no issues purchased, and my goal was to purchase every Playboy magazine issue and build a collection, and even get the cool different nuance magazines. Like there's a Japanese version of reprint of issue 1, for example, and issue 1 has Marilyn Monroe on the cover. And I'm going to go into the great history of the Playboy brand and lifestyle and of the magazines. It's a very amazing brand. Interesting place where the brand is at. I don't want to get into that, but it's more of not really a magazine brand anymore, because magazines are trended out. I don't care what you say. Magazines are not a thing anymore. They may come back, but right now they're not a thing. Right now, magazines, the classic prints, the classic issues, that's a thing. So Playboy is one of the most expensive magazines out there if you want to go into collect the classic first issues. So I'm on a mission, right? And the question is, why are you starting with the most expensive first edition, which apparently I'm hearing only like 50,000 or something. I'm going to verify that, but I'm hearing that only so many were printed, and I've seen them go for very, 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 very large amounts, right? $10,000 is pretty much, if you can get a 9.0 certified, almost new, sealed, verified copy of the first issue for like 10 G's. I've seen 5 G's. I've seen 2,500 for copies that were in fair condition, So, look, I can afford to, look, I live the lifestyle. I'm Mr. Playboy. I can afford to drop 10 G's on a certified, almost new version, but I'm not ready to do that. I just want to start my collection. I don't know what I'm doing. So honestly, if I spend 10,000 on something, I don't want to be left holding the bag and it devalues, right? The value is part of it. There's a couple of concepts here in my collecting. One is the fun of it. 1 is the nostalgia, or 2 is the nostalgia. 3 is connecting with the brand, and 4 is not losing value, still keeping the value, and all that jazz. So to have a swinging lifestyle, and the swinging is time you want to have, you got to have value to everything you do. You don't just want to throw your money out there, right? So here's my journey so far. This is my 3rd episode on my channel. Some of you are watching it. I thank you for watching it. In the future when we're rich and famous, in the future when this is a thing, you're going to be looking back in these episodes and be like, that's where it started. Him drinking coffee, leaning against his wall, sitting on the floor in his robe, hanging out. So that being said, here's where we're at. So I've bought a reprint of episode, I keep saying it. I got to get used to saying issues and editions. Not a big magazine reader. I'm a big book reader. And I read a book that got me into magazine collecting. It was Hugh Hefner's biography. Go back to my last video number 2, if you want some info on that. So here's the journey. So I purchased on eBay And it's not always eBay you got to use, but it happens to work out. I purchased on eBay, I think in 2007. We'll see. There were two, and we'll get into that later. When I get that edition, I'm going to do a video on it and get into the history of it. There are two reprints, one that happened of the first issue, one that happened in 2007 and 2014, twice. 2014, 3 years before Hugh died. So I believe I got a 2007. Pretty stoked about that. My goal will be to get a 2014 as well. And then there also is a Japanese version of the reprint. So my goal would be, that'd be kind of cool to get that as well. So there's different things I want to collect. I mean, there are multiple copies of one book. So this is going to be an interesting way I'm going to do this. I'm not just going to go one all the way to the very most recent end issue. It's going to be an interesting journey. So where I'm at is I'm waiting for that to get mailed. It's supposed to be here by the 19th. That's today. The 19th, 5/19/2021. That's today. So let's see if it gets here like they said. If not, tomorrow I'm doing my, Kermit the Frog meme thing, and I'm getting that. I've been waiting a while, like almost 2 weeks, I think. So I've got that on the way. So I've got one. So now I'm looking at getting a second, getting number 2, right? Very rare. Number 2 might even be more rare than number 1. So number 2, so this is like, these were in the 50s. So number 1 was printed December 1954. Long freaking time ago. Fucking time ago. Episode edition 2, volume 1, number 2. Let's just say V1 number 2. Issue 2 was created in January, or printed January 1954. Did I say that wrong? Yeah, I think it's 53 and 54. I'll get my facts straight. It's early, still have my coffee. It's super early in the morning here. More early than you realize, because Mr. Playboy gets up early to live this lifestyle. This is a hard lifestyle to maintain. It's not for the faint of heart, baby. Just keep that in mind. You don't sleep in on this lifestyle. You sleep up. Okay. No sleeping in. It's all sleeping up. So I'm working on that, right? So I'm pricing it out. And so to make a long story short, I run into this guy on eBay, and he's got a copy of number 2 for sale. Volume 1, number 2, very rare, and he's wanting 1,100 for it. Keep in mind, it's not protected, not in plastic. It's not worth 1,100. I'm not an expert, but I'm not a dummy. I'm real Mr. Playboy. I know what's up with this. So I keep researching and shopping. I see very, very good sealed, like certified in plastic, like editions like 2,500, 3,000. I've even seen one for 5,000 of this print. So this guy's like trying to shop this for 1,100. It's not worth it. So then I find one that's about $500. That is grade 3.5. It's certified, like it's backed up by a legitimate company. They have it. They certified it. They're experts. They're going to send it to you $500. That's super reasonable to me. So this guy's got one. It's not even certified. And then he's like, he's just like, it's just funny. So like I hit him up. I'm like, hey, yours isn't worth 1,000. How about 200? So I'm trying to get it for value. To me, it's worth $200 because I'm going to get it certified. If I'm going to buy that one from that cat, I'm going to go to a certifier. I'm going to get it fucking certified with a certificate. I'm going to figure this out. That'll cost me a couple of $100 at least. Like if I got to fly somewhere, I may just fly to go. I may take it by hand. Right? As soon as I get that, I'm going to go into protection mode and seal it and do everything. This guy just got sitting on his counter. So I message him and he's like, I'm like, hey, looking at all the value out there, and I even gave him some examples. I'm like, you're lucky to get 200. How about that? I'll go cash. And he's like, he goes grumpy old man on me, and he's like, you don't know what you're talking about, and I've had this for years, and I'm 80 years old. That's what he tells me. I'm 80. So I should spend $700 more on value, unprotected, without a package, it's got a tear on the front or something. It's worn out. It's 1,000 years old it's not no protection. And he's like, you should just trust me because I'm 80. Well, I'm not 80 and I don't trust you. I'm not, and if I was 80, I wouldn't trust. If we were both 80, I'd still say no. So we've been going back and forth. I've raised my price to $250. I'll go $250 because once I get to there's another one that's for sale for $500. I can just buy that right now. It's certified. I don't even need to put the work and time into it. But this guy needs to understand. So it's been sitting up there for weeks and he's just negotiating. So he keeps negotiating with me. So I'm like, hey, why don't you send me some pictures? Like I wanted, the pictures he put on eBay, really hard to tell the value. So I'm like, I'm open-minded. I'm like, why don't you send me some pictures here? And so it's in decent condition, but it's not in the condition he thinks it's in. Plus, one of the things you have to understand on some of these older classic magazines is the staples. The staples will get rusted, that there'll be corruption inside. You can't see it until if you take the magazine apart, of course, you would see it. But if you get in there and you look at the staples, if there is, rust on the staples, then the magazine is not even close. It's the thing. So I had the guy take pictures of the staples, send it to me. So he does. Sure enough, there's rust in there. Now, I don't have time to take those pictures and, add them to this video. But in the future, when I talk about, these things, I will, maybe put that in there. But I just wanted to talk about it without overproducing this video. So sure enough, there's rust completely. And I'm no expert. I'm learning here, but it completely validated what I was saying. Is your book's not worth that much. So I'm trying to get a $1,100 book. Oh, he even sent me a message saying, I'll go 1,000. Okay. It's not about that. It's about the value. I could drop a G on it, but I would feel terrible because I don't need to drop a G on his. I can drop 500 on somebody else's that's certified. I've already told this guy this, but he keeps here's the other side of it. He keeps messaging me every day. He keeps hitting me up every day. He's like, he's totally wanted to sell this to me and he thinks I'm going to break. I'm not. I'm going to sit around forever. I'm not going to go higher than 300. And if he's watching this video, ask me for 300, you'll get it. Right now I'm at 250. And at 250, I stay. So thanks for watching, guys. I just wanted to give you a little update on my journey. I still don't even have a book, but this is my third video. I'm just learning. And these videos will get more production as we, get some subscribers and people watching it. So if you watch this video and you watched all the way through, hey, please subscribe, share my video. If you're a collector, if you're interested, give me tips, man. I need tips. Look, one of the things about being living the Playboy lifestyle, being Mr. Playboy is you're open-minded to advisors, okay? I have all my many advisors in my world. You could be one of my advisors. Be an advisor to me. Show me, teach me about how to collect these things. Help me here. I'm trying to get the nostalgia and the value and the fun all wrapped up into one. And that's pretty much who I am. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Like, subscribe, share, and hit me up. Take care. Bye.